everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd. 2017's over and dead, it's 2018. Here's my most anticipated albums of the year. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video at the middle point of the year once we have, kind of a better idea of what's coming out in the second half of the year. But as of right now, there are quite a few releases slated for 2018. Let's talk about some of the artists that I know have records coming out that I'm really, really excited for, and some of the artists that I'm just kind of crossing my fingers on and hoping they drop something. One, new Earl Sweatshirt this year. God, there better be a new Earl Sweatshirt album this year. I hear there's going to be a new Earl Sweatshirt album this year. I really want to hear what he's going to do next, see if he builds on some of the grimy and very dark sounds from his last record, gets a little bit more ambitious. Let's see. I'm hoping Travis Scott has a new record coming out very soon in 2018 that I'm looking forward to, hoping that he actually kind of builds on the sounds of Rodeo and gets past kind of this mediocre phase I think he's caught in the midst of. I know Migos have a new record coming out soon. They've been teasing the hell out of Culture 2, and I'm hoping that happens in 2018. Also looking forward to a new Flying Lotus record very soon. I haven't seen a whole lot of hard promises on that, but I have seen, some teases here and there, and I'm kind of hoping that ends up being the case. Death Grips should be doing something at some point this year. They had a somewhat quiet 2017, just kind of dropping that steroids mix / EP thing, which I enjoyed quite a bit, liked it quite a bit. Looking forward to seeing if maybe some of those sounds, those gabber sounds, turn up on their next project. After that, Drake should be doing something this year. He has been kind of teasing toward this idea of being like in a musical hiatus or sabbatical, but I think he's probably going to drop something a little bit more significant than that More Life playlist before he ducks out for a significant amount of time. Then we have Kanye West. He should be dropping something this year. I'm hoping he drops something this year. I'm hoping he doesn't spend 2018 too quiet. I know A$AP Rocky should have something coming out this year. Hoping Pusha T does something, though I haven't heard a whole lot of promises on that still, though I'm kind of crossing my fingers. It seemed like his last project was like more of a teaser, more of like, hey, this is just a little bit of what I actually have coming out. And then like nothing bigger ended up coming down the pipe. Just sort of wondering like if Pusha has it in him to sort of drop like a sizable project on his own, because his past couple of releases have just seemed either a little underwhelming or like, hey, this is kind of pushing me towards something more. After that, I know Julian Casablancas and The Voids, whose last record I enjoyed quite a bit, have something coming out in 2018. Really looking forward to that. I love hearing Julian in his more experimental element when he's with The Voids. I know the alternative metal band A Perfect Circle have a new album coming out very soon. I know that there have been teaser tracks, and there's actually been talk of a new Tool album very soon too. I mean, I've been wanting a new Tool album for years, honestly, and it would be kind of insane for a new Tool record to somehow drop around the same time as a new Perfect Circle album. It would just be too much. It would be too much Maynard. It would be too much. Moving on from there, Brockhampton, Team Effort. Want to hear that. Want to see and hear if they're going to be topping all those Saturation records. Like, I'm so psyched. Brockhampton hype. JIDK. I really enjoyed a lot of the elements of his last record. Seemed like he was really kind of wearing his influences on his sleeve quite a bit. Hoping he kind of gets past that stage and into something a little bit more distinct and original. Seems like the dude has a lot of talent. Just waiting to hear that executed in such a way where it's a bit more refreshing and kind of in its own lane. Hoping the experimental hip-hop group known as Clipping comes back very soon with a record. Really loved the conceptual, experimental, and very odd sci-fi rap odyssey they dropped with their last record. Hoping they continue to challenge listeners in such a way with their new material. Cattle Decapitation, I'm hoping comes through with a new album. That would be awesome. Frank Ocean, is he going to be dropping some kind of EP or project very soon? He sort of spent a bulk of 2017 just dropping these single tracks here and there, and kind of hoping for something more sizable this year. Moving on from there, Rina Sawayama, who had my EP of the year in 2017, is she going to be working with Clarence Clarity again or other producers to come together with a full-length commercial album? Incredible pop artist and singer. Waiting to see if she kind of hits while the iron is hot, strikes while the iron is hot, in 2018 and deliver something more sizable. Also, Clarence Clarity himself has a new record coming out very soon. Thought it was going to drop in 2017. Seems like it's actually going to be pushed to 2018 now, and just hoping to see him kind of dominate the underground pop sphere in 2018 because the dude has incredible songwriting and producer chops, and I feel like he's really not being fully appreciated right now. Charlie XCX, is she going to go above and beyond this mixtape phase that she was in 2017 and sort of put out a huge, weird, freaky, and insanely catchy commercial record this year? Cupcake has a new record out. I'll just say she has a new record out. I'm looking forward to listening to it, looking forward to reviewing it. Really want to hear that. Freddie Gibbs should be coming out with something this year, I'm hoping. I thought his last project was just kind of like a, hey, you know, I'm out, I'm back, and here's just like a little bit of material here with some lyrics about what I've been through over the past year or so. And now that he's back, I'm waiting to see him kind of get back on his grind, deliver some of his best stuff again. Hoping Vampire Weekend has a new album this year. Really enjoyed their last record. Not quite as amazing as Contra in my opinion, but still, you know, I kind of need some catchy, preppy. I have more money than I know what to do with, so I don't really need to release new music, but I'm going to anyway because I'm just nice vibes. Ghostmane, I'm hoping to hear something from Sizable this year. Really kind of got turned on to his music and enjoyed his stuff this past year, at least a little bit of it, and waiting to see if he kind of really, I guess, kind of hammers out some of the weird, rough around the edges qualities of his music and comes through with this, I don't know, this fully realized dark goth metal trap sound that I'm really not hearing anybody do at his level at this point. Looking to see if Bones does something interesting this year, though I kind of anticipate he will be on his usually prolific grind with his usual sound. Anderson .Paak, I want to hear something big from this year, whether it be a solo record or a collaboration. FKA Twigs, I want to hear continue pushing the envelope this year. Hoping to hear Kimbra put out a killer record this year. Thought her new single was pretty funky and okay. Definitely some left field, but incredibly exuberant and catchy pop music. First Aid Kit should be dropping something very soon. The singles the duo have been releasing in 2017 I thought have been very good and showed a lot of promise. Thought the album would come out earlier, but it seems that you know, it's actually going to be dropping in 2018. Enjoying the new material from Tune Yards more than I am not. So the experimental indie, very rhythmically enhanced indie outfit. I already said indie, I'm a moron. They're back. New singles, really liking them. It kind of seems like they're going for a sleeker sound this time around. Not necessarily a bad thing. Fall Out Boy has a new album coming out very soon. Thought their record that dominated some of 2017 was awful. And I don't know, I guess I'm just kind of curious. Looking forward to the new No Age album, the noisy shoegaze experimental punk duo have something coming out very soon, I hope. Really enjoyed the new single to their latest record. Hoping that it's a bit more sizable and more listenable than their last record, which seemed more like a weird thrown together art piece more than it did like a proper album. I've been enjoying the latest material from Porches, so I'm really looking forward to seeing sort of how and where that develops on this new record. Like, their new stuff doesn't really sound much of anything like their old stuff, in my opinion, and ultimately that's good. I feel like this new material is a bit sexier, a bit moodier, a bit more well-produced, so I'm looking forward to seeing how that kind of pans out on this new record. Ty Segall, looking forward to seeing what he does this year. Hoping he puts out a more experimental project this year. I feel like he had a somewhat predictable 2017, in my opinion. Looking for him to, I guess, do something a little bit more out of the box this year. Ephraim Manuel Menuk, from Godspeed You Black Emperor, has a new solo record coming out very soon. Brian, formerly known as Rich Chiga, he's changed his name. He has a record coming out in 2018. Hype around this dude has been building and building and building and building. He's had some of the hottest tracks. A lot of people are looking for him to just kind of be this new face in hip-hop right now that's just bringing a different tone, a different vibe, a different style. And I don't know, this record cannot not be big. You know, it can't not be big. It has to be a big record. Like, whether the record is good or bad, it's going to be a huge record. It's going to be a splash. A lot of people are going to be talking about it, and looking forward to kind of seeing him kill it. You know, I think he will. I'm thinking good thoughts. I'm praying good prayers for this album. Franz Ferdinand, hoping they pull through with something interesting this year. I mean, maybe not. I feel like their prime is kind of gone, but you know, there's still potential there. I do love their approach to groove, and I do love their energy. Laurie Anderson has something coming out with the Kronos Quartet. A lot of people aren't that into Laurie Anderson. I am. I know even if I don't review it, I personally am going to be curious for whatever she ends up dropping with them. The art rock and post-punk band known as Ought have a new record coming out very soon. Have been really enjoying the more synthetic and more out there direction they've been taking their music in, from what I've been hearing so far. Screaming Females have a new record coming out very soon. Really looking forward to that. It seems like their new set of singles and songs have been much more dynamic than usual. Seems like the songwriting and song structures have been getting more ambitious, so I'm looking forward to seeing that kind of play out in an interesting way. Andrew WK should have something coming out very soon, from what I understand. Could be totally wrong on that, and Andrew has teased music in the past and then kind of totally ducked out back into obscurity. But I'm hoping that doesn't end up being the case and we actually hear something interesting from Andrew WK this year. David Byrne, I know, has a new album coming out very soon. Chromeo, I know, has a new record coming out in 2018, though I have not enjoyed the new single all that much, to be completely honest. But still, I guess I'm kind of just pulling, because I have enjoyed their music quite a bit in the past. I do love the synth funk sound. I do love their sexy vibes. I do love their sense of style. Bruce Springsteen, maybe something this year that I'll enjoy. Ski Mask, The Slump. God, I want an album from Ski Mask, The Slump God. This sounds great. I want a great commercial record from Ski Mask, The Slump God. Great features, great verses, high energy, incredible production, just something that blows everybody's minds, just something that blows everybody's brains to friggin' smithereens. That's what I want to hear this year. I want to hear that. I want to hear a lot of these SoundCloud rappers fucking take it next level, okay? You're on SoundCloud, you're getting all these plays, and a lot of you guys sound the same. Take it next level. I'm breaking your balls. Moving on from there, I know Pig Destroyer has something coming out this year. Want to hear one of the best bands in friggin' grind drop a new record this year. Lou the Human, like the great new hope for rap music right now. Everybody's making a big deal about Lou the Human. I enjoyed his Humaniac project in 2017. Dude raps real nice. He's got bars, he's got flow, a lot of dark undertones to his lyrics, and his themes. Seems to have a big sort of Eminem inspiration there, a bit of a Tyler the Creator / Earl kind of Odd Future vibe to a degree. Really think he's kind of got potential to do his own thing, though. Looking forward to that. I hear Wiley is going to drop something this year. I've seen his pre-order for his new album up on iTunes. Really loved his last record, so looking forward to hearing him kill it this year. MGMT has a new record coming out very soon. The psych pop band, the neo psych band MGMT, their new singles have been incredible in my opinion. I think this new album has potential to be their best record yet, if not their best record in a long time. Spiritualized, I hope, drops a record this year, kind of crossing my fingers on that. Sophie, I'm looking forward to hearing the next phase of Sophie's career. Her latest material has been totally different than just the very quirky bubblegum experimental bangers that she has dropped in the past. Now we're hearing more ballads, more lyrics, just totally different, just renovated top to bottom sound. And looking forward to kind of hearing Sophie become like this major flagship artist for the PC music camp, though I'm sort of wondering, is it going to be too weird for everybody? It may in fact be, but I'm really enjoying what's come out so far. Igloo Ghost, I know, has been teasing new music and has been talking about kind of the shape his music has been taking on social media, and I'm looking forward to kind of hearing where he takes that next. Injury Reserve, hoping they follow up their new EP with something really great and really exciting this year. Sleaford Mods, I'm looking forward to kind of hearing the next phase of what will they do as they kind of grow their minimal, shouty, and very unique post-punk sound. Lil Pump, What's he gonna do in 2018? Look, guys, Lil Pump mixtape 2017, really enjoyed it. However, Lil Pump is most likely going to just like kind of be like a fluke or a flash in the pan, you know what I mean? But if he actually comes through with a great commercial record in 2018 that's like legit catchy as the mixtape, and has like a little bit more variety to it, some better features, and maybe he just like ups his talent game a little bit, then I think Lil Pump is kind of here to stay for a little bit longer. You know what I mean? Like, Lil Pump may not just in fact have a 15 minutes of fame run, he may have a 30 or a 45, or, you know, we might be looking at an hour over here. I think Lil Pump is very fun. I'm hoping, you know, he doesn't end up kind of crashing and burning here. I'm pulling for him. Next, Caro Caro Bonito. Are they going to drop a new record, EP, something? I really enjoyed the way that they combined electropop with J-pop and a myriad of other sounds and synth pop on their last record. Really hoping they drop something cool this year. Post Malone. Really enjoyed the Rockstar single, honestly. Like, didn't really enjoy much of else he's put out before that, and kind of hoping that he delivers on this new record of his. Kind of seems like he's trying to go big, go ambitious, and want to hear that happen. Moving on from there, Denzel Curry. What is Denzel Curry going to be doing this year? He dropped that pretty good EP in 2017. I want to hear that brand new album. Want to hear what he's going to be doing next. Want to hear him kill it. He's one of the best young and fiery lyricists out there right now, and I want to hear him just like kind of give it to us full throttle. Is Gorillaz going to be dropping something this year? I've been hearing that there's going to be new material coming from Gorillaz sooner as opposed to later, and will that sooner be in 2018? Because I don't want to wait like a whole bunch more time to hear new Gorillaz material, even though I thought Humans was really underwhelming. I hope that record was just kind of like a, let's just get all this gunk out of the gears and kind of really get things running smooth again, and actually come through with a record that seems more centered around the Gorillaz themselves, as opposed to, hey, I'm Damon Albarn, I'm just going to produce for a bunch of people who I think are cool. Moving on from there, Joji, I know, has another EP coming out very soon. I kind of anticipate it's going to be the same sound and vibe as the last Joji EP, but, you know, he could change it up, and I'm kind of hoping he does. Leanne La Havas, I'm hoping drops something interesting. I think the year she dropped her debut, and she had that great follow-up record too, I think she's, you know, one of the nicest and most interesting young singers out there. A lot of talent, and kind of has a kind of quirky style all her own, a different approach to soul and pop music that I think a lot of contemporary artists don't have. Looking forward to seeing her kind of continue to push it this year if she does anything. Father John Misty, I know, is going to be dropping something sooner rather than later to follow up Pure Comedy, so I'm looking forward to seeing if he, I don't know, continues on this political tip. Will he go back to the more intoxicating and romantic sounds people kind of love him for? I don't really know. Ice Age, I'm hoping drops something very soon. Thanti Faxath, who had a pretty good EP last year, I hope continue to put out some interesting and envelope-pushing black metal in 2018. King Gizzard, what are they going to be doing in 2018? Are they going to be sitting it out? Are they going to be taking a break? They definitely deserve it. King Gizzard, you guys deserve it. But if you guys want to drop more music in 2018, I welcome it. I would love to hear it. Is Behemoth going to be following up The Satanist, which in my opinion has been one of the best metal and black metal records of the decade? So are they going to be following that up? What's Kid Cudi going to be doing this year? What is Ab's Soul, and I guess generally the entire Top Dog camp, going to be doing this year? And I know Robin Pecknold has still been working on new music and has said that, you know, oh, I already have a bunch of Fleet Foxes material already written. Are they going to follow up their latest record sooner rather than later? Are we going to hear more material in 2018? I'm hoping so. I'm not going to bet that's going to be the case, but I wouldn't push it away. Also want to mention that I'm looking forward to whatever Mark Kozlek does this year. I think Grimes is going to have a new album this year. Also Tame Impala 2. The Tame Impala. All right, guys, those are my anticipated artists for 2018. Hoping to hear from all of these artists this year. Hoping to hear good music. Hoping to hear good stuff. What are you guys looking forward to hearing this year? Put it down in the comments. You're the best. Anthony Fantano, 2018, music forever.